commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's the offensive unit. Max's parents liked him so much they put an extra X on the end.
And they could do that because they saw something before the rest of us. They saw the potential of Max Williams, and it's coming to realization now in the NFL. A really good tight end with a little bit of speed.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
If your day involves blocking Danny Shelton, you better pack lunch and dinner. It's an all-day job.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 14 there. And that'll be good for a Baltimore first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles. In a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. If you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game, well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 19 yards there on the pickup. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
Speed can work for him so many different ways. Runs past people.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Come on, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his explosiveness and ability to play the ball in the air downfield. Don't get hung up on the fact he only ran 4 routes at Baylor. Just coach him up and turn him loose. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Dante Fowler missed his rookie season due to injury. So good to have him back on the field. A terrific combination of speed and strength.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And to give this time to the tailback. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A pickup there of 37. And it'll give the Ravens a first down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whipping on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way, and boy, he can get hurt.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run the the counter now on first down. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. There he goes left side. The 30, 10, and he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back. Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Come on, let's go!
They'll set up a throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Coleman. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second down following the run.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Their big tight end with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns are back within a score. And his kick is right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Now he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. Think it's intercepted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to lay one up deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown of the new season. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to work. Powers over it.
Just fed him his pads, didn't he?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. And
taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand Browns! Ohio!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he cuts it right sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go! Brand Ohio! Ohio!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time, spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Going up top. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll come out in the pistol. And now here's a carry heading left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage lift defensively. And they'll run it here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
10 yards to go on third. So the D-line's going to spread out. Out of the gun now on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. The last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. More from Cleveland after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. They'll come out throwing here. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Coleman, the man in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third.
Here we go. What? Ohio.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Flex round.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And he missed it. It's no good. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, 3rd quarter. Let's get to it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him. Complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns have taken the lead. And his kick is good. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They'll set up to throw, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. The play clock's running down. Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Taking it right down Broadway. 30. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnover. turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
This will be fielded at the 17. A terrific return, 30 yards all in all. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They come out here in the eye. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. Third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
Time running out here on the play clock. And some extra. And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Let's go! Ohio! Rush it! Rush it! Rush it! Ohio! Ohio! Double up! It's coming, double up!
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to look, and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do?
And got his man complete. 30 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Baltimore first. Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Most players would tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go. Green 39. Watching that, Barney. Green 39.
They come up in an offset eye.
Watching that. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock, so tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you, and this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here come the Ravens. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They have the lead. Still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the side.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And on 2nd and 10 now. They come out here in the I. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, a 3rd miss of the game right there. By rights, they could be high and dry right now, but instead, this is still a ball game.
And defensively here, you can't let this affect you. You've got to go out and do your job, not worry about someone else's.
To throw. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, that a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He'll look to throw. Gets it to Strong. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cleveland, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.